Shalom Kavarim. This is as close as we get these days to having an assembly and me having a chance to have a couple of words with you as a student body. We're all very conscious at this stage that this is a very different time for us in all sorts of areas, at school, at home, and in our country on the wider setting. So, how are you coping with that? And I'm really hoping that you're doing your best to take this in stride and to take those sensible precautions that we have all been reminded about. Washing your hands regularly, just trying to get a bit of social distancing, a bit of separation, which I know is really hard in a school our size, but we really need every one of you to play your part in that. We are preparing at Shalom for the possibility of doing online learning. We will always follow the directions of government. So at this stage, governments have said to us it's really important to keep schools open. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We'll be teaching and learning here as normally as possible. That may change in the not too distant future. And in that case, we would be teaching you, we would be offering learning to you at home or wherever you are. And I know already quite a number of students are at home. So we want to make sure that you've got great access to all the resources you need and your teacher's attention in your subjects. Because it's really important for you not to lose this year. 2020 will be a difficult year. It will be different from what any of us have seen, but it's still going to be a year of your learning. You can't afford to waste a year of learning. You certainly don't want to be at the stage when we come through this, and if that's in late this year or early next year, where you're looking at the possibility of repeating a year at school because you haven't kept up. So it's really important that you do. So today in PC, I'll be asking teachers to give you a little bit of time to just make sure that you've downloaded a couple of items onto your device, and that's one of those is Microsoft Teams. We would really like that on every device, as Teams is a platform that your teachers may find useful if we have to be in an online space. So we just want to make sure that all will go as smoothly as possible. Similarly, if you live at home in an area where you don't get good internet connection, where you don't think it's possible for you to connect via email or via the internet, can you let your teachers know that? Could you let your house coordinator know that? I really need to have a list of students whom we might need to contact via a different way, whether that's hard copy by mail. But we need to know that because we don't want your learning to suffer. The other thing that you would have seen if you watched any of the news at the moment is all those people in Australia who have lost jobs through this crisis, through the financial crisis. And that is just so sad. I want you to know, and I certainly want your parents to know, that no child will need to leave Shalom because of the financial situation that has occurred for your families. We will find a place for you. We will manage that. I want this community to stay intact as it is. So we will be 100% behind you with that. And we just need to have a conversation with your parents, but that won't be difficult. And we know that we're going to have to support lots of families through this situation. We will get through this. We will get to the other side of this. I want this community to do that intact as it always has. With the thought of, maybe, certainly that, in the coming 2 weeks when we're in Easter holidays, they will be different. Every other Easter holiday, people would have gone on holidays, would have driven somewhere, flown somewhere. This holiday will be different. The government's saying to us, we need to stay home. We need to not go out much. We go out for exercise, but we can't go to other people's places. We can't have friends sleeping over. We can't do the things that have been part of normal life. So every one of us need to be ready for that. I know I'm looking at downloading books onto my iPad. I would really encourage you that, maybe one of the upsides of this is you might get some more time to read a book. So one of the things I'd like you to do is go and raid the Shalom Library. Go and take out some books that will get you through the next few weeks. Books are fantastic friends. Please look at your own life and try and work out ways that you're just not going to be sitting on a device, relying on an internet connection all the time to occupy yourself. Books, games, exercise, whatever you can do, because this will be different. This is not going to be a normal situation. So use our resources. Borrow the books from the library. We've got the online library that Mrs. Davis has published to you, that you can get books online. Use those resources. So staying at home might be part of our dynamic for a while. This will be different, and we've all got to be as cooperative and as positive as we can in all that. I really hope that you work hard, in this time to be your best self in this year in Lent. Our theme has been, be the I in kind. This might be a really good time to put that into practice, because living close together in your family without the ability to go outside and do other things might just be a bit restricting, and we might rub up against each other and get on each other's nerves. Let's really try to be the I in kind. That's what living the gospel is about. So please know that we will be here for you. This school will keep operating. We'll keep our doors open as long as is possible, as long as we're told we need to do that. Everyone in this community, I want to be here this time next year. We will support you all. Please stay in touch. Cooperate with your teachers. Please don't think if we go offside, if we have to close down this site, that learning stops. Learning will continue, and we'll need to make sure that you don't lose this year of teaching and learning. So all the best. Good luck. We'll stay in touch. God bless. Shalom Kabarim.